They don't want you to know this. The people who built empires from nothing, who rose from the ashes of failure and turned pain into purpose, they share a secret. And it's not luck. It's not talent. It's not even intelligence. It's the way they think, the way they see the world. Because the truth is, success isn't something you chase, it's something you attract by becoming the kind of person who deserves it. And until you learn to rewire your mind, you'll keep wondering why success always feels out of reach. You see, your mind is your most powerful weapon, but for most people, it's also their greatest enemy. Every thought, every emotion, every decision you make is filtered through the programming you've been carrying your whole life. From childhood, you've been taught what's possible and what's not. You've been told to play it safe, to follow the rules, to stay within limits someone else set for you. That's the system. It trains you to exist, not to live. It teaches you to obey, not to create. The truth? The rich, the powerful, the unstoppable, they broke that programming. They rewired their minds. They understood something the average person never will. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. You cannot attract abundance while thinking scarcity. You cannot achieve greatness while clinging to fear. You cannot live freely while your mind is trapped in limitation. Millionaires are not born thinking differently, they are trained by failure, discipline, and hunger. While others look for shortcuts, they look for lessons. When others complain, they adapt. Where others see problems, they see possibilities. Their secret isn't a strategy, it's a mindset. But here's where most people fail. They think success starts with doing. It doesn't. It starts with thinking differently. If your mind isn't aligned with your goals, no amount of work will matter. You can hustle every day, work long nights, sacrifice sleep, but if deep down you still believe you're not worthy, if you still fear failure more than you desire success, your mind will sabotage your progress every single time. Your brain is like a computer. Whatever you feed it becomes your operating system. Feed it fear, and it will protect you from risk. Feed it doubt, and it will convince you to quit. Feed it excuses, and it will build a life full of regret. But feed it purpose, feed it vision, feed it hunger, and it will rewire itself to seek opportunity in every challenge. So, here's the first truth about rewiring your mind. Your thoughts create your reality. The words you speak, the emotions you dwell on, the beliefs you repeat, they shape your world. You have to start speaking success before you see success. You have to believe you can win before you ever touch victory. Every time you say, I can't, your brain listens. Every time you say, it's too hard, your subconscious obeys. So from this day on, stop feeding your mind weakness. Speak power. Speak life. Speak the version of yourself you want to become, until your brain starts believing it's real. Because once it believes, it will move mountains to make it happen. This is what millionaires know that most people never learn. The mind controls the man. And the man who masters his mind, masters his world. Let me tell you a truth that might sting. You've been programmed to lose. From birth, you were told what you can't do. Society conditioned you to believe success is only for a few. The system taught you to trade time for money, dreams for security, creativity for conformity. But the moment you start questioning those beliefs, that's when you begin to wake up. Rewiring your mind starts with awareness. You must recognize the mental lies that hold you hostage, the beliefs that whisper, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes, or I'll never make it. These are not facts, they are habits of thought. And habits can be broken. You rewire your mind by replacing every limiting belief with a powerful one. Instead of saying, I can't afford this, say, how can I afford this? Instead of saying, I don't know how, say, I'll learn how. That small shift, that reprogramming of language, begins the process of transformation. Because your mind believes whatever you tell it, whether it's true or not. And that's exactly what the most successful people understand. Repetition is power. The more you repeat empowering beliefs, the deeper they are engraved into your subconscious. That's why millionaires surround themselves with positivity, not because they're delusional, but because they know the environment feeds the mind. You must guard your mental space like a fortress. Stop listening to voices that drain you. Stop scrolling through distractions that feed your doubt. Your mind cannot grow in toxic soil. To rewire your brain, you must uproot everything that keeps you small. The fear, the comparison, the envy, the hesitation. And here's the key. Your subconscious mind learns through emotion and repetition. Every time you visualize your dream with emotion, feel it, see it, breathe it, your brain begins to treat it as reality. You start to attract situations, ideas, and people that align with your vision. This isn't magic, it's neuroscience. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, a filter that highlights what you focus on. So, when you start focusing on growth, you begin noticing opportunities that were invisible before. This is how millionaires think. They program their focus. They use their mind as a tool, not a trap. They don't react to life, they design it. They don't wait for motivation, they create discipline. They don't wait for luck, they prepare for opportunity. But rewiring isn't comfortable. It's hard, because you're literally fighting your old self, the version of you addicted to comfort, excuses, and instant gratification. The brain resists change because it loves familiarity. So when you start chasing success, it will scream for you to stop. It will tell you to stay safe. But you have to push through. Because the moment you push past resistance, that's where growth begins. Every failure you've faced, every pain you've endured, every dark night of doubt, they were all chances to rewire your mind. They were tests of endurance, focus, and self-belief. And every time you didn't quit, you built strength. You rewrote your identity. You became mentally tougher. So if you want to think like a millionaire, don't just change your habits. Change your identity. Stop saying, I want success, and start saying, I am success. Because the person you believe yourself to be determines everything you do. The world doesn't give success to those who want it. It gives it to those who've become worthy of it, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You can't fake that energy. You have to build it from within. Now let's get real. Rewiring your mind for success is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. Every day, you are either programming your mind for power or for weakness. Every thought, every choice, every reaction, it's a signal to your subconscious saying, this is who I am. So who are you becoming? The version of you that settles, or the version that dominates? The version that waits, or the one that builds? You get to choose. The secret millionaires won't tell you isn't in the books they sell or the seminars they host. It's this: they mastered themselves. They learned to control their emotions, discipline their thoughts, and act in alignment with their vision no matter how they felt. That's mental freedom. That's power. They don't wake up every day motivated, they wake up programmed. Their habits are automatic. Their focus is wired for results. Their identity is tied to excellence. That's the level you must reach, where success is no longer something you chase. It's simply who you are. Every morning you wake up, your mind gives you two options: return to your old story or write a new one. The rewired mind always chooses growth. Even when it hurts. Even when it's uncertain. Even when no one claps. Because it understands this. Discomfort is the birthplace of transformation. You will have to sacrifice old patterns. Friends who doubt you, habits that drain you, distractions that steal your energy. You will have to let go of who you were to become who you're meant to be. And that's not easy. But the price of success is always paid in discomfort. When your mind is rewired, failure no longer scares you. Rejection doesn't break you. Doubt doesn't stop you. Because you've trained yourself to see through the illusion, to understand that success is not luck, it's alignment. It's consistency. It's the daily decision to keep going when no one else believes. And one day, after years of fighting your inner war, something changes. You'll wake up, look in the mirror, and realize that you've become the person you always dreamed of being. Not because someone saved you. Not because luck found you. But because you rewired your mind to believe it was possible, and then proved it. So here's your challenge: stop living by default and start living by design. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every choice you make, it's building your future. Train your mind to focus on what you want, not what you fear. Train your mind to act like the person you wish to become. Because the truth is, you already have everything you need inside you. The potential, the power, The purpose? You just need to rewire the connection between your mind and your destiny. And once you do, the world won't recognize you. But your future self will. They'll look back and whisper, "Thank you for never giving up." That's how you rewire your mind for success. And that is the secret the millionaires will never tell you.